Before it gets started, can I get a quick show of hands? How many are from public institutions? Private? Under 5,000 size. Over 15,000. Okay, that gives me a little idea. Anybody not from higher education? I'll talk to you later. Why are you? Never mind. Okay, I've been working in higher ed for about 35 years, and the last 20 as a chief enrollment officer. And fundamentally, the way I want to start this presentation is by saying higher education has a problem. Applications in privates have increased by 70%, in publics by 50% in the last 10 years, to take it back to 2003, while the number of high school grads have only increased by 5%. There is a massive explosion. The common application, there are a number of hardcore marketing companies out there that direct sell. We're just getting more applications. We're not getting necessarily better apps. In fact, at my last institution, I was part of that. I grew our applications by 50% in 1 year with a direct sell. But there's schools that are at the stage now with all of these applications. 1 out of every 5 institutions of higher ed admits less than 1 out of every 5 applicants. It's just a massive explosion. And my process, when I did that, we grew applications by 50%. Our yield went down by 20%. And my freshman class actually went down by 100%. Now, the success was we made money on financial aid. But that wasn't what they were looking for at the time. Drexel University, another example, about 2 weeks ago had a story in the Chronicle of Higher Ed where they'd grown their applications from 24,000 to 55,000. And then they took it back to 28,000. So very simply, we have a problem in higher education with applications and deciding who's coming to what school. Now, fundamentally, there is no increase in high school grads nationally in the next 5 years, with only a 2% increase going all the way down to 2027. And that has some huge variations. If you're like us in the state of Michigan, we will have a decline of over 15% in our high school grads, as will most of New England. But you're also states such as Colorado, Texas, and Utah where you're going to have an increase of over 15%. But again, the net is only about 2%. So literally in the next 12 years, there's minimal growth. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about Northern, and I'm going to show you a video, and what I'd like to do, what I understand is, and what we've been delayed here for a couple minutes, trying to get the audio going on this, you won't hear the audio. What I'd like to do is refer you to our website. There's about a 2-minute version of this video that's out on our website. We're about 8,500 students. We were 9,600 about 10 years ago. We're a regional comprehensive. We have a community college role. We're serving the Upper Peninsula, which only has about 250,000 students. And most of our recruitment draws from Northern Illinois, Wisconsin, and all of Michigan. But we have to reach different audiences in the future. We have what we like to refer to, and I've worked at about 6 schools over the 30-some years. NMU is actually truly unique. How many of you have students bringing deer heads, elk heads into their dorm rooms? Any of you? No, not a lot. Okay. But we do have, and the picture up there on the top left is the ice caves. So we have a distinct learning and geographic environment. And it's a challenge and a task to find students who fit into that, as it is with any of you with your institutions. What are your unique characteristics? Where are the students that fit? Demographically in Michigan, we're way down on the number of students even graduated, so we have to find the fit. But we have an integrated hands-on learning environment, lots of internships, undergrad research, and Lake Superior sits right next to us, literally. I look at it out my window every day. And with that, we have a geographic environment. One of the first things you learn if you ever come up to Northern Michigan, we don't have spring semester. We have winter semester. What it is, it's making sure that you manage expectations, make sure the students understand that. When it snows on May commencement, you don't want somebody to be surprised. And that does happen, by the way. But we need to play the hand we're dealt. We can't change our location. We do have a unique academic set of programs, and we do have a unique environment. 50% of our applications come in stealth. With all of our recruitment, it was 40% last year, 33% the year before, it's 50% this year. With all of our recruitment effort, they find us before we find them. Now, fundamentally, the recruitment and enrollment process has to change. We've already purchased 78,000 names for the class of 16. We have our admissions recruiters visiting dozens, hundreds of high schools, college fairs, things like that. And again, half of our apps don't come from that. So we need to be on that. We have to find them, but they're finding us. It's a complete turnaround in the paradigm that you do from the enrollment standpoint. We have to address, and I use the term, and it's on the title of this session, mass personalization. We have to reach students in different geographies where we don't have the resources for recruiters. We have to get students that recognize our learning environment and our geographic environment. And we need to reach them with messaging that addresses. They're bringing their community to us these days, as opposed to what the norm was in higher education. Now, how are we going to do it? We're partnered with Amplifinity, and we're doing a referral process. So we have to reach the right students. We're going to work with our alumni and currently enrolled students. We have to combine the passion, knowledge, and understanding that our alumni and students have for us, which is what Amplifinity's referral system is going to give us. And we have to incorporate that with the sophistication and complexity to marketing and communication that Salesforce gives us. So we have to get the right message to the right student, the right time, in a way they'll find it. So we have to move from what I call, when you purchase names and you go out and find, and go to college fairs and things like that, I consider that the ready, fire, and aim approach to recruiting. It's the golden shotgun, if you will, as opposed to the golden bullet. But I think we have to aim before we fire. And that's what a referral process will do. It will get us the right students that we can work with. Fundamentally, we connected with Salesforce, and we have the customized and the right communication. How our system's going to work? Basically, we are going to invite our alumni and students to join the program. They will be able, through a variety of means, and Tricia will be talking about this in a few minutes, they will be able to make referrals, and they'll make lots of referrals. They will then connect into our Salesforce system, and our admissions folks will follow up on that as they do with any other prospect. So we're generating prospects through this referral process. The referral process then has them get in touch, we communicate with them. Every time a referral student applies after they've been referred or visits campus, there will be a reward. They will get a gift card, they will get a sweatshirt, t-shirt, just like any other referral program that you're familiar with on the corporate level. We're going ahead with that. The Amplifinity referral platform will allow the advocates, which are our alumni and our current students, to participate and watch their rewards, watch their referrals, follow up with them, all of that. Now, a couple caveats on that, actually 4 of them. First of all, for anybody here familiar with federal Title IV regulations, things like that, we cannot compensate and reward for enrolling. So what we're doing is building our prospect and applicant pool through this process. So first of all, don't link it to the enrollment process. Second of all, the athletes and the athletic donors are not eligible. There's something about NC2A regs. We could have a contest between the feds on Title IV and the NC2A, but we really don't want, and will exclude the athletes and the donors. We give them 18 months for validity. We want the referral to come in no later or no earlier than the student's junior year for a high school student, and then we give them a couple months, 60 days to claim the rewards. Very straightforward program, but again, the intent is to energize and engage our alumni and students tied into the Salesforce. Now what I'll do is turn it over to Tricia Winter, who's the Chief Marketing Officer for Amplifinity, to explain the program.
Thanks, Steve. So as CMO of Amplifinity, I get to see a lot of really cool referral programs, and I think that NMU's application of referral marketing is one of the neatest. So giving you some examples here of Share Northern, of course, with both the alumni and the student programs, they will promote out to those advocate bodies in the communications that will reach them. Now, once someone raises their hand and clicks through and says, yes, I want to become an advocate, they'll have, of course, a registration page. They'll have single sign-on after that into the program. And once they register, they're immediately taken to this empowerment page where they can reach out to their network via social media, via email, even printed cards, whatever is the method that's going to work for them and connect them to their audience. Now I'm going to show you specifically an example. Myself as an alumnus, let's say that I want to refer my babysitter, and let's say I've been referring my babysitters for years because I think they'd be great fits. So Amber Miner, a babysitter of mine, I'm going to go ahead and plug her information into here, and what it does, this is the example of the email, I'm able to put as an advocate a personal message to Amber. And I'm saying, hey Amber, remember the conversation we had last time you babysat? I really think that you would love it in an NMU. So, go ahead and click on the link before to get connected in. So we've got the frozen content from NMU. They can control that part, but I can personalize the top. The same goes for social. I can customize that to one-to-one or one-to-many. Maybe I just want to reach out to my network and say, hey, anybody got kids who are considering, going to NMU? Come talk to me. I can tell you all about it. What's so wonderful about it, and I can get your application fee waived. So there's an incentive on the other side of that too. So once Amber clicks through, she's taken to this page where she can put in all of her information. That of course goes into Salesforce. And here's where it gets really cool, and this is where you get that mass personalization at scale. So sure, it says Amber. We can all do that with emails today, but NMU has taken this a step further. They've got links to all the areas of interest that she indicated that she might want to major in. So it's taking her right to the information that's going to help her make her decision about NMU. As well, in the fine print down here in the bottom, you might not be able to see, but this is coming from her personal admissions counselor. Directly from her, giving her name and contact information. So all of a sudden Amber says, wow, this is a school that cares about me. I'm already feeling this one-to-one approach versus any kind of mass response. Now, the recruiters, of course, in Salesforce can see where the folks that are filling out this form, what referral program they came from. They can see who made the referral. So there's a lot of power there. Now, of course, as Steve mentioned, as an advocate, anytime I want, I can log in and see the status of my referrals, which is really great to see because I want Amber to go ahead and fill out that form. If she hasn't, I can check on that before she comes over to babysit next and I can say, hey, are you having questions or are you having doubts? Is there something that I can help you, answer? Now, again, back on the Amplifinity platform, the recruiters can see all kinds of information about the activity that I, as an advocate, am doing. That allows them, whether it's student or alumni, there's all kinds of great information that they can remarket to me, that they can recognize me as an excellent advocate of their program. So lots of great data coming through that becomes a really powerful way to change your approach and how you're engaging with alumni and with your student body. Steve?
What we expect from this program is specifically at least a 10% increase in our applications. And again, we expect those to be better applications, if you will. Those of you who've grown applications via direct mail or any type of program, you know that literally when you grow your application significantly, the yield tends to go down. We're going to try and break that mold and make sure that we increase our applications and we increase our yield simultaneously. It gives us a chance to get outside our recruiting regions. When we look at where our alumni are, where we look at where our students came from, we can expand our geography without having to expand the feet on the ground, other than the alumni and the students in their network. It will also improve our working and engagement activity with our alumni. And again, building up any type of alumni relationship is always positive. So we really look forward to this type of program to help us turn around what is truly a challenging enrollment circumstance as far as a declining demographic. But again, the combination of the referral system with the Salesforce tool is going to give us something that we think is relatively unique and gets outside the box for traditional recruitment efforts.